This is my boss's 1948 Ford 8N tractor. This is my John Deere. This is the trailer right here. I've had this YouTube channel for a year or so. Never really posted much on that, not much of a cameraman. But I thought I'd give you guys a little rundown of the tractor here. We gotta load up the John Deere onto the trailer. Normally I would raise up the lift in the tractor to do so, but we're on a hill and it actually looks like the trailer is just about flat right now, so I think it'd be better to load it as is. It's a pretty gray, gloomy day right now, so I want to try and get going before the rain comes. This tractor, almost 80 years old. She's got some crack and dry rot in her tires. This front left leaks. It'll be flat within about a week. I can see there's a patch in it already that sometimes leaks. This tractor's been having some timing issues. I'm more of a small engine mechanic. I'm dabbling in some bigger things, but it's a flathead 4-cylinder Ford, and I'm not very confident with these things. I have a friend who's gonna come and help me. I think it's a timing issue. She'll run on 2 cylinders, up to 4, down to 2. Mainly just runs on 2, but fuel filter is also really dirty. I think it's a half inch fuel line for the filter. So that could be changed. I definitely changed that to help our cause. Our spark plugs could be changed as well. Coolant radiator needs a flush, but I'm not going to do that without the boss's permission. The oil needs changing pretty bad. Well, it doesn't really show up on camera, but it's black. Maybe got a couple more, maybe 20 hours out of it still, but it's in the lines of where it can operate. So I'll check our radiator fluid, of course. We are running antifreeze in this right now, not coolant or not water. We're running straight antifreeze, or antifreeze mixed with water rather. I think that's how it works. Coolant's on its own, and you mix antifreeze, and then water is just water. But it's got antifreeze in it. But it's got it in there, as you can see. I always check it before I run the equipment. This cap is really screwed up, so it doesn't like to close. Okay, we got the radiator cap all figured out. Let's put our seat down. Actually, I'm gonna leave it up. It's still drizzling just a little bit. I put gas in this thing yesterday. Let's check it out, just in case. Yep, full tank. This is about an 11 to 12 gallon tank, I believe. As you can see, right here, 8N, right there. We do have a fuel valve. I leave that off right until I start it up, just so I don't accidentally flood out. If the float's malfunctioning in the carburetor, I don't want to flood all that gas into the engine, and that wouldn't be very fun. Got my carburetor right here. As you can see, it's an updraft carburetor. I'm just smelling that to make sure it's not fuel. You never know. But you got an oil bath, air filter right here, then updraft into the 4 cylinders right there. This has been converted to 12 volts with an alternator right there. Here's our distributor right here. I idiotically the other day put my fingers in there to adjust it and play with it, and I got slapped by the fan. Luckily, didn't have any fingers taken off. We'll check our transmission fluid as well. Full on the money. Oil looks good. I'm assuming it's 90 weight gear oil or something. Also, look at my fix for the exhaust clamp manifold there. Alright. We tried welding up this trailer hit here. That hinge is not on, so just don't worry about that. I take this block of wood right here and just stick it under the trailer so this doesn't fall down. It's not connected to anything. My boss's amazing welding job did not go so amazingly. Okay, let's start up the John Deere and put it on the trailer. And this John Deere only got 100 hours on it. Wait, yeah. 104.8 hours on it. So it's really barely broken in. Well, these Briggs & Strattons, it says John Deere, but this is a Briggs & Stratton. Just look at it. It's a Briggs & Stratton. Briggs & Stratton air filter, Briggs & Stratton dipstick. It's all Briggs & Stratton. So let's check our oil just in case real quick. That's fine. I don't care that much about this unit. It's a Briggs & Stratton. It's a piece of shit in my eyes. Older Briggs, they're decent, I suppose. New Briggs & Stratton engines, I really just don't like them. Get the water off our seat here. I have a Husqvarna with a 18 horse Briggs engine in it. I've had that little plastic compression release valve go out on me twice. And it's only maybe a 4-year-old lawnmower. So, alright, let's give it no choke. Crank it up, cold start here. Got 65 degrees up here in Maine. The wetness of the wood and everything was making my tires slip pretty good here. It is pretty slippery. We're gonna push this thing all the way forward up against that metal frame rail. Just like so. I want these tires to be touching. I'll put on our parking brake. That's all good. I'm not going to trust our parking brake too hard today because of how wet everything is. I'm going to take our rope here and just tie her around our front here. Okay, we have it tied in up here at the front. Yeah, it's good enough. It's not going to go back. Just do regular knots. And it's fine. They ask me why I don't use ratchet straps. They're too fancy for me. I can't figure them out. They always get tangled. I can never buy the right size. I hate ratchet straps with a passion. Alright, we're going to put this trailer up now. Trailer back up. This side right here is the only side that latches. This other side you have to push forward and get it just like that. We'll take our block of wood here. Pick her up. Set her here in the trailer. Okay. Now is the task of getting the Ford started up. Dude, so since it only runs on 2 cylinders most of the time, which really isn't ideal, I have to start it up in pretty high throttle or else it won't catch. It won't idle at all, so I'm not intentionally trying to beat up on this old girl, but she has a job to do. She's reliable enough to do it even on half capacity of the engine. I don't like it any more than you guys do, but I have to beat up on her sometimes. She can handle it. I forgot the key, what do you know? Alrighty, take number 2, this time with the key. got the Ford all fired up here. I'm thinking it might be less timing and more fuel issue. As you guys can see, when I let that choke out, when I pull that choke out, she seems to run pretty well. So, my best guess is this really dirty gas filter right here could do with being changed. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. Okay everyone, Ford tractor is back. We dropped off the mower at the shop. I found something out. At first I thought it was timing with this tractor, but this fuel filter is really bad. So I was like, maybe we're not getting good fuel flow, maybe we're getting bad timing. We'll figure it out eventually, right? Well, I found out when I was starting it up that she ran really well with the choke, and I was like, maybe it's just because she's cold. It kept running better with the choke on the entire trip. So I added some zip ties to it, just like that, and now she starts up the second you hit the button. But I will show you that in a second, but I gotta take the trailer off. So is it properly fixed? No, it is very much so temporarily fixed. We'll probably place that fuel filter right there and maybe even clean the carburetor a little bit. But for right now, you know what? It still runs a little bit rough, but it's good enough for what we're doing right now. We're gonna take off this trailer. I'm gonna take the tractor down the road to my house. Whoa, trailer's moving. Hang on, let's bring the trailer back. Whoa, that was intense. Hey guys, we're supposed to have a pin in here, you know, but we just have a piece of wire that we strip through like that. Just kind of twist it off. Oh, and then of course we got safety chains, which they don't do that much, you know, honestly, but I guess they would keep the trailer on technically. Okay, trailer is off, as you can see. We're now gonna reopen the fuel gauge. I mean the fuel, not the fuel gauge, the fuel valve. And we're gonna bring it right over there to the barn. I gotta grab a couple personal items. This tire still looks fine, luckily. Okay, so we are in a bit of a hill. I found she does not run as well on the hills. And we're rolling right now, that's fine. Put the brakes on. We are in idle. She wasn't starting idle before. Let's see if she starts now. Just like that, everyone. As you can hear, she still has a couple popping sounds here and there. But you know what? It's good enough for what we're doing with it, just going down the road here and there. And it runs a hell of a lot better than it was earlier. And it idles now too. Well everyone, I think that's enough for today. We did a temporary fix on the Ford, and as you saw, once it's warm, I fixed that problem temporarily. It starts right up and idle. And she's idling just about perfectly right now. I'm very happy with that. I gotta run to the house, drop some things off, and then put this girl to sleep back up here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. Whenever that video comes out, I'm not sure. I'm not much of a cameraman myself. Just filming on the phone, trying to give some people some entertainment. You have a good rest of your day, y'all. Later.